Hey, welcome back to Lowballing Outdoors. I'm Alex. Well, today is going to be my third or fourth attempt, and boy, I have learned a bunch about how to pour soft plastics. Today we're going to try a couple of new colors, and I'm going to try to put a couple of different little color tails on a few things. This should be pretty fun because I've never attempted that part of it, but boy, I've learned a bunch since I started this. Hang on with me and let's get this thing started. Alright, so we got 2 cups poured of the plastisol. We're going to throw it into the microwave, put it in there for a couple minutes, and start to get this thing percolating. I'm going to put it in there for about 2.5 minutes. So when I was a kid, kind of that translucent chartreuse color was like all the rage. Everybody had some. Everybody caught fish on them. It was great. I'm going to try to duplicate maybe that. We'll see how close I can get it. And then we'll go from there. We're going to throw a few flakes of glitter in it just to make this thing pop. And, this is going to be fun. When this plastisol goes ahead and heats up, we'll get her mixed around, we'll stir it, we'll add a few drops. I'll bring you right back for that. All right. Always wear your gloves because, man, this stuff gets super hot. You can kind of see how this stuff starts to separate. And it kind of gets to where it's got that jelly forming in it. So you got to stir that up really good. I've learned a bunch about doing this stuff, and it's been a ball. It's a pretty good little hobby just to tinker with. So far, this has been my favorite mold. This one's fairly easy to pour, and it works really, really well. I think what's going to happen today is I'm going to pour the chartreuse color, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe cut the tail here and relay it, and then I'm going to pour the body just a little bit different color, see what we can come up with. Oh yeah, look at that. It's much better. Let's start adding some color now and trying to get it to where stuff will be usable. Then we'll reheat it back up and get it alright, so we're going to start off with this, it's just a soft bait colorant. This is the Mighty Chartreuse. Now I've tried this before on the last video, and it made it more of a orange color, which surprised me. So we're going to start off with about 20 or so drops. Maybe it'll be perfect, maybe it'll be too much. I guess we'll have to find out. Perfect. Look at that. I think we're going to go just a couple more drops. A couple more, and I'll go ahead and pour half a bottle in there. Figures. Oh, what do you think about that color? Okay, let's go ahead and add a little bit of glitter. For this one, I think we'll do silver to start with. And we'll just do it a little about like that. Just to give it a little bit of sprinkles. All the fish like sprinkles. Who doesn't like sprinkles? Let's be real here. You know what? Let's throw blue in there too. I love blue sprinkles and stuff. I'm pretty sure the fish do too. I like to go slow because I'm still pretty new at this, just to get it to where the color I want it, you know. Okay, let's get this reheated back up. We'll give that a pour. Boom! Piping hot. Yeah, that's about ready to pour. We got our sprinkles in. We got the color that I wanted. Let's make sure that, let's pour our first batch and make sure how it looks whenever we get it in the mold. Alright, we'll suck up what we need. And I'm only going to run the worms, I think, and those, these molds are pretty cold, so sometimes, okay, when you feel the pushback, stop, add a little more goober juice on it. It starts to get pretty tacky pretty quick. But boy, if you touch that and it's not set up, boy, that stuff sticks on your fingers and it hurts. It'll let you know that you shouldn't have done that. Alright, that's close enough. Let's pop one of these out. Check out these worms first. Take out the cork. These worms come out really good. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly kind of what I wanted. Just that real light coloring. I think that'll work just fine. I might make a few packages of these, and let's check on the other one and see what those come up with. Those don't look terrible, but when you get them over there, yeah, they are kind of light, on the light side. They are kind of on the light side. So let's go ahead and get this just a touch darker, and I think we're good to go. I feel like I have enough of that color, so let's go ahead and put a little bit of this watermelon green, and just try to see what that does. I might put maybe like 2 or 3 drops in it, just to give it a little bit, just a little bit darker of a color. All right, guys, what do you think of that color? Let's give it a pour and give it a shot. It's kind of cool looking. It kind of just reminds me of like the Ninja Turtles ooze. Yep, let's give that a pour. Take our injector, suck it up. Alright, so we had a setback with the first one. I wanted a little bit darker color, but now it's time for the big reveal. How did we do this time? Oh man, look at those. Those are slightly darker. They got the ribbons like I like. Ah, this one's missing a little piece of the ribbon. We'll have to remelt that one. But all the rest of them look really, really good. Let's see how those worms turned out. Oh man, I think those are worth keeping for sure. For sure. Well, let's go ahead and pour a few more of them. Man, I like those. Alright guys, now for the ones where we're going to try to play with the coloring. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a razor blade and I'm going to cut those tails off. And we're going to try to use them and we're going to shoot a new color on top of those tails. So let's see what happens. This should be pretty cool. Okay, so I found the oldest, rustiest razor blade that I could possibly find. Let's just cut this segment right here and make it easier on all of us. We'll do that to all of them. That should give us a fairly uniform looking tail, I hope. Alright, so there's our blanks. We'll throw those in the scrap pile. We'll get these reset back up. Now all we really have to do is put these blanks perfectly back into their home. Good. Now I was thinking we should go a little bit wild on this color. Let's do it. I'm thinking maybe we should do this fluorescent orange backed up with that green. What do you think that'd look like? All right, let's put about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About 15 drops in this thing. Let's see what kind of color we come up with. Ugh. Gross. I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's add some more because I want this thing bright. I want this thing fluorescent. Now let's add some sprinkles to this one. Put about that worth of sprinkles. And we went with black. Just to give it just some flavor, just a little texture. I think that'll work. So we got kind of a weird green color along with like a orangish pink. Sounds like a smallmouth getting machine if you ask me. All right, the big reveal. How did we do? Oh man, look at that. Those look sick. Smallmouth are not going to be able to help themselves with this color. I guarantee you that one. Well, let's get them thrown in the bath water and see what they look like next to those green ones. Well, that came out looking really sweet. If you got any ideas of what we should name this color, drop me a comment. I think those look good. All right, we got the first one off in there. Well, that looks even better in the water than it does out. Yeah, we're going to catch some fish with those. Those look really good. Man, let's go pour up some more. Guys, I really think we came up with some really great colors. I believe this one's going to be a smallmouth killer, and this ain't going to be far behind it. These things are going to stinking hit the creeks, and we're going to have a blast. As soon as this weather warms up, bam, we're going to get this one out on the water. We're going to take this one out on the water, and we're going to catch some fish. Until next time, guys, keep it cheap.